Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Quantum Radio with your host, the unstoppable Frankie Picasso. My guests come to you from the metaphysical, spiritual, and natural worlds, where together we explore the unknown universe. Some things may be weird, others wild, but no doubt they'll always be wondrous. Journey along with me as we learn all that the universe has to offer. Take what you like, believe what you don't, but no matter what, always be curious. Quantum Radio, brought to you by the Institute for Quantum Living and Conscious Design. Make it a quantum day.
Good afternoon, I should say, and welcome to Quantum Radio. I am the unstoppable coach, Frankie Picasso, the founder for the Institute for Quantum Living and Conscious Design, a virtual hall of learning where together we explore the magic and wonder that exists in the metaphysical, spiritual, and natural worlds. Today we're going to have a look at the human spirit, how we are equipped with the resources to survive and even thrive when life spins out of control. We're going to speak about parental child abduction from a viewpoint never before expressed, that of the abducted child. My guest today is Ken Connelly. He's the author of the book Throwing Stones and the first case of child abduction in America to involve a multi-state manhunt and the FBI. So stay tuned, stay close to find out more about Ken's story and what you can do to help those missing and exploited children. The time is 12 in Toronto. It's 9 in Los Angeles and 5 in London. I'd like to thank the good folks here at Blog Talk Radio for allowing me to broadcast over their network, and I especially like to thank you, you know who you are, for tuning in each and every week. This week we are now an hour later due to a little bit of technical difficulties. Little Kenny Connelly was 7 years old when he and his brother Sam were kidnapped by their father. And today, Kenneth Connelly, an adult author, speaker, educator on child abduction, is a former law enforcement officer and Army veteran. He's a father and a family man who's finally been able to air his quote-unquote dirty laundry in public. And while doing so, he is helping survivors find their voice. When Ken began to explore his past, he realized that he was not the only person to be dealing with suicide, cutting, and depression. He knows now that there are other children turned adults out there who were, and today, can't trust anyone, who fear for their own children and simply can't deal with family life as we know it. Please welcome Ken Connelly to Quantum Radio. Good afternoon, Ken, and welcome.
Good afternoon, Frankie.
Wow, well, here we are again. I want to acknowledge, once again, your act of courage and bravery to show yourself to the world. It can't be easy putting your emotions and your heart out there, for everyone to see. Your book, Throwing Stones, is your biography. It was written by you in your own voice, which I have to tell you is pretty incredible. It's a good read. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's not disturbing, but it's not difficult to read. However, it's not just your story. It's your real-life drama of being abducted from your mother, life as you knew it. And I think that you paid a really heavy price for your father's love for you. And I think that the next 3 years for you were very painful, but the pain didn't end with you coming home, with the police bringing you home to your mom. Really, those effects reached far out into the future and are probably still there today, if I'm not mistaken. What do you have to say about that?
I agree. To this very day, it's something that I deal with trust issues on a daily basis. I have a wonderful, very loving wife that I think the first part of our relationship, she never did anything to make me think I couldn't trust her, but just because of who I am and the nature of how I am, I had to basically go to the mirror each day and say, I can trust her, I can trust my children, and just issues such as, you're a good person and having to tell yourself in the mirror that you're okay, trying to, I guess you'd say, rewire the way in which I've always thought. It's been a very long road, but we each have the things we have to come to, and for me, it comes down to the basic core of who I am and how I was abducted, which was, of course, by a parent instead of a stranger.
Mm-hmm. Let's kind of quickly tell your story, the overview of your story, because I think what I'd like to do is get into the head and heart of the child. So you know, I'll help you go through this kind of quickly, where you were living in California with your mom. Your parents were separated, divorced, and your father had high hopes of the family coming back together. But